Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show. According to the calendar, we're closing in on the end of April. And for many producers like Floyd Carefoot in the Swift Current area, he has yet to begin his spring seeding. A well-balanced diet, exercise, and keeping up to date on your vaccinations all play a role in maintaining a healthy outlook on life. Spring is here and it's time to start cleaning up the debris of leaves and other garbage which may be lying around your yard. The city's engineering department reminds you to consider the recycling depot during your yard and general household cleanup. Thanks for joining us here today. The cold, wet spring has delayed seeding across the province. And in this report, we catch up with those in the ag industry to see how they're dealing with the situation. According to the calendar, we're closing in on the end of April. And for many producers like Floyd Carefoot in the Swift Current area, he has yet to begin his spring seeding. Now 2 weeks behind schedule from previous years, Carefoot says he and his crew are keeping busy with other work on the farm while awaiting the milder temperatures and the opportunity to hit the field.
This morning we spent time shoveling and digging out around our air seeders, trying to get them to thaw out quicker, the snow out of them. So that's taking some of our time, but we're getting them tractors ready to go, serviced, and getting the last of our seed grain home and all that kind of stuff, and getting the chemicals lined up for seeding time.
Carefoot says that once they're actually out on the field, he plans to sow approximately 10,000 acres over a 2-week period through a combination of barley, lentils, durum wheat, and canola. And as far as moisture levels, he's optimistic that once the crop is in the ground, it will be another good year.
I think the moisture, the snow we had, I think a lot of it is going into the ground. It's still maybe frozen below yet here, so it's hard to tell, but just the way the runoff we've had, I'm thinking it's going to soak in fairly good for us, so it'll be a good moisture start for us.
And as producers await Mother Nature's cooperation to finally get out on the field, implement dealers such as JD AgTech state it's business as usual for another year.
We did see this year during our 50,000 used equipment promotion that we were doing, where the first 125 buyers have a chance at winning $50,000. We saw buyers come a lot sooner this year than what they did last year, I think simply because they had more time to think about a purchase decision. So that was something a little bit different. From our perspective, it's bought us a little extra time. We've had some production delays out of some of the factories for retail sold equipment. That had it been a normal year or maybe even an early seeding year, we wouldn't have had the equipment ready. So it's actually bought us a little bit of breathing room to get actually customer equipment pre-delivered and out to them.
The long-term forecast is calling for sunshine and more normal temperatures in the high teens for southwest Saskatchewan, enabling producers like Floyd Carefoot to finally get out on the field.
Trust the team at Pinnacle Financial to help you reach your financial goals. Whether you require personal or corporate income tax planning, bookkeeping, management consulting, or full-service mortgage brokering, our expert team has you covered. Contact us today to begin your climb to the top.
This is Immunization Awareness Week across Canada, and health officials are reminding you to keep your shots up to date throughout your adult years. A well-balanced diet, exercise, and keeping up to date on your vaccinations all play a role in maintaining a healthy outlook on life. Routine vaccinations protect individuals of all ages against various diseases, including measles, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, and influenza. And according to Dr. Tour, the consulting medical health officer for the Cypress Health region, there's a few vaccinations which require boosters throughout your adult years.
The key ones, there's the tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough combination, which we get every 10 years. Actually, the one which has the whooping cough component, we only need to get once after the 10 years, and then after that, it's just the tetanus and diphtheria component, and both tetanus and diphtheria are quite serious diseases. The thing is, we don't see much of those diseases anymore, so we don't know that they're there, but when a case does come up, it is quite severe.
He further adds that in the Cypress Health region, approximately 70% of infants through high school age generally get their vaccinations, with the numbers starting to trail off throughout the adult years. Those over age 50 should consider the shingles vaccine, whether you've had chickenpox or not, to prevent yourself from contracting this painful illness in your adult years. The pneumonia vaccine is also advised for all individuals over 65. And as always, the flu shot is recommended for everyone to build herd immunity.
I look at the world as a global village now, and if you're traveling abroad, and a lot of people do travel outside of Canada, you put yourself more at risk if you don't have your immunizations up to date. But at the same time, even when we are within Canada, you go to public functions, you go to school, the malls in the community. If you are not vaccinated, people who might have been traveling from abroad and carrying an infection can spread it to you if you are not protected.
By consulting with your family physician, public health office, or pharmacist, you can plan out the best measures of staying up to date with your vaccinations. The following is a paid political commentary by David Anderson, MP for Cypress Hills Grasslands, and does not in any way reflect the opinion of Southwest TV News.
Hi, I'm David Anderson, your Member of Parliament. Welcome to the April Anderson Report. Spring is finally here. On Parliament Hill, that means a new budget. Economic Action Plan 2013 builds on our government's commitment to create jobs and strengthen the economy, while keeping taxes low for families, seniors, and businesses in Cypress Hills Grasslands. Here are some of the highlights. The Canada Job Grant is a new program. We want to improve job skills training so that employers are able to train employees to fit in-demand jobs. The program will have funding provided by employers in both the federal and provincial governments. Once fully implemented, this grant will help nearly 130,000 Canadians access training at eligible institutions each year. We continue to create opportunities for apprentices. We're supporting the use of apprentices in federal construction and maintenance contracts in Saskatchewan, making it easier for apprentices to get needed experience for journeyman status. Of note to Southwest Saskatchewan is the increase in the lifetime capital gains exemption to $800,000 in 2014 for eligible small business owners and farmers. And we've listened to the public and responded by improving funeral services for our veterans. We're raising the payment in the funeral and burial program to help with the cost of funerals. The Finance Minister said that we're on target to balance the budget by 2015. Many of us would like to see that done a year earlier. I'm going to keep working on that issue. That's a comment from David Anderson, Member of Parliament, Cypress Hills Grasslands.
As you start to get underway with your annual spring yard cleanup, you're reminded to keep certain items out of the landfill. Spring is here, and it's time to start cleaning up the debris of leaves and other garbage which may be lying around your yard. The city's engineering department reminds you to consider the recycling depot during your yard and general household cleanup. Paper, cardboard, plastic, glass, tin cans, and even batteries are all accepted at the recycle depot. Grass clippings and other compost materials are accepted at the landfill, while old tires can be dropped off at the landfill and then moved on to a recycling depot. And if you're planning on getting rid of larger home appliances, they'll have the following destination.
Washing machines, dryers, all those what we used to call, or what we still call white goods, although a lot of them aren't white, they can go to your scrap dealers. Microwaves are a problem. Microwaves cannot be recycled at the scrap dealers, and we don't have anything for taking them. So unfortunately right now they're going into the landfill, and basically because nobody else can take it, we have been accepting them.
Knutson adds that cement blocks and other forms of concrete have also been addressed over the past several years through the introduction of a cement crusher at the landfill back in 2010.
The contractor has been busy. He's been traveling around the Southwest crushing concrete at lots of other places, and sometimes he goes right on a job site, on a demolition site, and crushes right there. We have gotten rid of quite a bit of concrete at the landfill. It's much better alternative than to just bury it.
By working collectively as a community to keep our yards and city clean of debris and thinking green, thousands of material are kept out of the landfill each year, including approximately 330 ton of paper. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.